Hello and welcome back to another episode of the HoloNet. Right now we're going to be talking about S&BOX and what happened with its launch on April 28th. My birthday! So, whenever S&BOX launched this week, it pretty much happened exactly how I was expecting it to go. Whenever I was talking about it a couple weeks ago now, talking about how I was hyping up what S&BOX meant for the gaming industry, and what S&BOX meant for how it was going to change the landscape of everything. Everything I said in that video still stands absolutely. I stand by everything I said. I still think this is going to be absolutely revolutionary and going to lead to, I personally believe, a renaissance in gaming. However, I mentioned that S&BOX wasn't really a game. S&BOX was more of like a platform in which games would be played on, similar to Steam in a lot of ways, and obviously the closest thing to a comparison you can give to something people really can know and put their mind to is Roblox. It's like adult Roblox. But when this game launched, it got mixed reviews instantly, and if you don't know what, like the Steam marketplace is or anything like that, it's very mixed is bad. Mixed is pretty bad. Getting negative reviews is pretty freaking hard. All things considered, it's if you see negative reviews, it's a fucking bad game, really bad game. But mixed here just means people really aren't liking it, and having 1,000 reviews and it being mixed, that's not looking good. People are not liking it. People have a lot of the same concerns and a lot of the same criticisms that I had whenever I made my last video on it, and that is the amount of AI slop games, and that might be too harsh on them. It might not be AI slop. We don't know. There's no way of truly knowing, but they are using AI art on their thumbnails for their games. They are using guaranteed AI spaghetti code and other things. But it's just these ultra low effort, fucking dog shit, horrible games, the type of games you'd see on like your phone if you go to the free app store and look up the newest section, like games like that. Horrible, awful, shitty, awful, just horrific games you wouldn't even let your 4-year-old cousin play on your phone. Gambling simulator, steal a brain rot, fucking touch grass simulator where you just touch blades of grass. And that just kind of comes with what I was talking about last time. It was proven true immediately. If you show an amount of people so much goodwill, there's going to be bad eggs coming in there, exploiting every system, and wringing the system for all the money it has. And that's exactly what's happened. That being said, Gary Newman just released the post-release blog post. And essentially in this whole thing, I might as well read it out. The S&BOX team released this statement, I assume Gary Newman, and they were on the same page that I was on and anybody with a brain was on, so that's good. It's good to know they're in tune. The release went pretty much exactly as expected and has put us in profit for this month, which that's big. S&BOX has never been in the green for anything. We've enjoyed seeing people play on Twitch and YouTube and hearing all the feedback from you guys. A lot of it has already started to be implemented. The back end went down, and okay, so they're pretty much just talking about little hiccups. Anytime you launch a game, whether it be a really big AAA game or a small mod for a game, any aspect of game development, when you launch, there's going to be bugs and issues you would never have ran into unless your game launched, or you would have never caught. It's just one of the fun quirks about the gaming industry. I know that more than most. The biggest thing to take from all this here is they've doubled down on the player fund, and the player fund is what pays these people to develop games for S&BOX and to develop cosmetic items. They've doubled it. So before they were giving away $500,000 a year to everybody who made stuff for their game. Now they're giving away $1 million a year to anybody who can make a good game. And you bet your monkey ass, I'm going to be making the best game anyone's ever seen on S&BOX. And I'm getting a slice of that pie. And maybe I won't have to work 2 fucking jobs for 7 days a week after I get my teeth in that pie. Yeah! Me and my buddy already have a great game idea, great concept. I'm going to keep that on the down low because I don't want any of you rapscallions stealing my thunder. But rest assured, there's going to be some good shit that, if you're a fan of mine, you'll be able to get on S&BOX and play it yourself, and it won't be slop. Might have a little bit of AI code in it. I'm not going to lie to you. However, I understand AI is horrible. It's awful. I'm 100% there with you. I fucking hate AI. However, I'm a full believer that AI should never, ever in a million billion years take away from any human-centric professions. And what I mean by that is anything with any ounce of divine human spirit infused in it, that is for us. Get that fucking clanker out of here. I don't want to see that motherfucker anywhere. Get that bucket of rust and bolts out of here. Fuck you. I don't want him anywhere near it. Poetry, writing, artistic works, marble to wood to carpentry, making furniture, gardening, anything with any amount of love involved, get that fucker out of here. However, speaking as a man who has made plenty of games and plenty of servers and went through fucking a billion headaches, there is a ludicrous amount of game development that doesn't have a bit of divine spirit in it. You'll be fucking bashing your head against a code-based wall for weeks or months or whatever, hours. And as soon as you crack it, the next thing you have to do is then repeat what you just did, but 100,000 times in a million lines of code. And it's not a skill thing. It's just like tedious monotony that anybody could do. You figured it out. Now you have to do it everywhere. And it's just like, what I'm getting to here is there's nothing wrong with implementing AI in aspects of work that have nothing to do with brain power. If a dog could do it, let AI do it. It's nothing. Anything that is quantitative and cut and dry, and it's like, check this, check that, absolutely. That was a really long tangent just for me to go to say, I'm making a game and there might be some AI help, but these people who are making AI slop, it is different. These people aren't doing what I just said and just leaving let the clanker do the small shit that anybody could do. It's like, write me a line of code that when you open a crate, it goes from blue to red to purple, and then it has this percentage and this percent. You're essentially telling a computer the code you want. It spits out spaghetti code in whatever the most sloppy way to do it would be. That stuff's so low effort, so bad. I would never. It's bad. They're using AI for every piece of art. They're using AI for the thumbnail. They're using AI for 3D models. They're using AI for wiping their ass. It's fucking stupid, and they're doing it. They're flooding the market. They're making it harder and harder for anyone who puts any actual effort to see anything. But I imagine, the S&BOX guys are on it. They even have a whole thing about AI slop, but they are defending it to an extent, saying the same stuff that I'm saying for a large part. However, here they mention that they're helping out server visibility. They added discovery to different, where is it? It's somewhere in here. They added brand new categories you can sort through, brand new ways of seeing servers you want to see and less of the ones you don't. Very, very good stuff. Just talking about adding a lot of things. So all this to say, the S&BOX guys know their shit. They've been doing this for a decade, probably over a decade. They've thought of everything. They've actually developed alongside AI, so this is a whole lot. They probably didn't expect this when they started the development, but they're committed to the project. They could be in the red for the next 2 years, and they'd stick with it. They're doing this out of love for the gaming community. They're doing this out of love for their player base, and they are trying their fucking hardest to put the entire industry on their back and give normal people like me and you a chance at the fucking big leagues. And the only thing they want for you in return is to give them $20, buy a few cosmetics, and trust in the plan. Truly beautiful, inspiring stuff. And all these people who have given it mixed reviews, I assume they all are aware that this is one of those games that it has to marinate. It's going to be a year or two before there's like awesome whole like crazy shit. But getting to that point is going to be very messy. Gary's Mod was the same way. Plenty of games have been the same way. If you want a very mainstream example, look at Cyberpunk. It's going to take a long time for the people developing to really understand what this engine is capable of, and it's going to take a long time for players to latch on to something that someone has produced. But whenever that happens, this is going to be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. So that's it for the S&BOX news. Keep an eye out. I'd say, even if you're on the fence, it's one of those games that you should just buy it. Even if you're not going to play it for 2 years, you should just buy this game. It's $20 spent to probably the best thing you can throw your money at. You're throwing your money directly at creators and people like me and you trying to put their hat in this industry, even though a lot of those people are AI guys right now. Got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. Anyways, this has been the HoloNet. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time whenever I'm taking a poo-poo in a toilet.